Rivers were both life-giving and extremely dangerous for ancient humans. They provided water, food, and travel routes, but crossing them without bridges, boats, or modern equipment could easily turn deadly. Strong currents, deep water, hidden rocks, and predators waiting near the banks made every crossing a serious challenge. So how did ancient humans cross rivers safely for hundreds of thousands of years? Today we're going to explore the clever and practical methods our ancestors used to get across water. The first and most common method was simply finding the easiest natural crossing point. Ancient humans became experts at reading rivers. They looked for wide, shallow sections where the water moved more slowly. They avoided narrow, fast-flowing areas and places with steep banks. Knowledge of the local landscape was essential. Groups often followed animal trails because animals also prefer safer crossing points. When the water was not too deep, they waded across in groups. Stronger members went first to test the depth and current. Children, the elderly, and those carrying loads stayed in the middle or were helped by others. Holding on to each other or using long sticks for balance reduced the chance of being swept away. Moving diagonally with the current instead of straight across sometimes made the crossing easier. For deeper or faster rivers, they used simple flotation methods. Logs, bundles of reeds, or inflated animal skins could support a person or help carry belongings. Some groups made basic rafts by tying logs together with vines or leather strips. These were not sophisticated boats, but they were enough to cross calm sections of water. Swimming was another option, but it was risky. Not everyone was a strong swimmer, and carrying tools or food while swimming was difficult. When swimming was necessary, people often crossed with minimal loads and made multiple trips if needed. They also chose times of day when the water was calmer or the light was better. In colder climates, crossing rivers in winter sometimes meant walking on ice. This required careful judgment. Thick, solid ice could be safe, but thin or cracking ice was deadly. Experience and caution were critical. Some groups developed more advanced watercraft over time. Simple dugout canoes made from hollowed logs appeared in certain regions. These allowed safer and more efficient travel along and across rivers. The knowledge of how to make and use them was passed down carefully. Crossing rivers was rarely done alone. Group cooperation dramatically increased safety. People watched out for each other, shared the effort of carrying loads, and helped anyone who slipped or got into trouble. This social support was just as important as any physical technique. Rivers also shaped movement patterns. Instead of crossing at random points, groups often followed rivers for long distances and only crossed when necessary or when conditions were favorable. Seasonal changes mattered too. Water levels dropped in dry seasons, making crossings easier. Despite their skills, drownings and accidents still happened. Rivers remained one of the more dangerous features of the ancient landscape. The respect ancient humans showed toward water is clear from the care they took with every crossing. Modern people often take bridges and boats for granted. Ancient humans had to earn every safe passage across water through knowledge, preparation, and teamwork. Their success at crossing rivers allowed them to expand into new territories, follow migrating animals, and connect different regions. Next time you walk across a bridge without thinking, remember that your ancestors faced the same water with nothing but their intelligence, simple tools, and each other. They found ways to cross, and those crossings helped shape the path of human history. Would you feel confident crossing a deep river with only natural materials and no modern equipment? Tell me in the comments. If you enjoyed this look into ancient travel skills, hit the like button and subscribe for more. See you in the next video.